All right, we're at another basement bathroom. Remember this tank? Set of toilet, piece of baseboard. There's no power from the storm the other day, so we're working off the lights we got now. A little sink and a shower. Let's get to work. All right, so here we go. KC Construction. We got a basement bathroom. They specialize in basement bathrooms. They specialize in remodeling bathrooms. They specialize in kitchen remodels, and they also have big decks. I mean, they specialize in big decks. So if you, your sister, or your mother, anyone in your family is looking for a big deck, give KC Construction a call. I'm sure they'll help you out. Now let's get to it. We're on the baseboard trim in this bathroom finish. All right, so luckily the guy before me left off a valve on the supply and the return. So you go ahead and shut the thermostat off so that zone valve doesn't call. Then you close both the valves, supply and return, open up the purge before the zone or after, depending on how it's set up, and drain down the system. But since it's the basement, it's the lowest point. You won't be able to get all the water out until you go ahead and cut this here tubing. So that's why I have the shop vac sucking up what's left. Now we're gonna install, it's a 2-footer. It's a very small basement, and there's roughly 30 feet of baseboard just outside this door. So I'm adding the 2-footer just for the bathroom. I don't like to see it go past the toilet or even encroach the doorway. Some people are gonna ask how I get this Viga stiffener in so easily. I cut the pipe with a bandsaw, and then I use a half-round file. The half-round file on the inside makes all of the difference. Now I can put the stiffener in like a gentleman. Ask your sister. We're doing supply and return inside of the baseboard on this one because it's just going through the wall in the bedroom on the other side of this wall and going back to the boiler. They were going to add a piece of electric baseboard in here, and I said, why bother? You got hot water right there. Let's just put this in. We got the C1 jaws are going to help us out on this one. Close quarters to pro press all of it. Be a man, solder your joints. But as you can see, I wear gloves. I'm not really that manly. So we're going to pro press this piece of baseboard. Residential heat is, the service part is probably pretty technical, but installing new pieces of baseboard or even shutting down a boiler and draining it down, it's pretty damn simple. It's like a big circle. So it just leaves the boiler, goes around the area you want it to go around, and goes back to the boiler. The hardest part is actually putting the finish trim onto the baseboard when you're doing the finish. 3 years ago, I didn't know anything about residential heat. I still can't service an old boiler, and I wouldn't even try. But I understand the ins and out on adding baseboard or installing a new boiler. Now that I'm all said and done, we're going to open the supply and feed it through the basement. We still got the return closed, and we got the hose bib opened up, and it's actually forcing water from the supply through the basement and back to this hose. Now that it's all the air's out, you close the drain valve and open up the return, and then turn the thermostat on, which will have the zone valve call for heat. Hold Right Solutions, hooking it up with the stops. I won't use anything different. I'm actually waiting for 30 to come in. This basement bathroom got its own home runs back to the mechanical space, hot and cold. That way we can service it. If anything goes wrong, you can shut down just the basement instead of tying into the spaghetti in the ceiling. KC Construction has a nice box too. Things mint. I think they're staining it. But those guys